simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. To get this game underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Cobb. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows through the defense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. With the catch, it's Cobb. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
On the move. There he goes. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Rides to back and leaves it. Across the 25. Running through contact. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The offense changing the play. To the ground. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the ground, it's Hill. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just some fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Lost the defense. He's wide open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Gain of 25 on the play. That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter play. Running into the open space. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Back to pass. Looking left. Complete downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive. And he's in! Touchdown, Auburn!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the point after is good. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The lone back's got it. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Quarterback keep. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Fires to the big fella. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl was a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Russell from the gun on third down. Complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Russell. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The give to the lone running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Booster, booster! Q, Q! Shift.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Check, check, check. Ready, go.
Got it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating to have a false start in this area of the field, but still second and goal. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Quick handoff. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll go with Washington. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Nice move, create some space. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. There's a crease. Picks up the 1st down. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he makes the extra point. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Kane. He's loose down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. single back formation, and they give it to him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He locked up and held on to bring him down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Might be calling a hot route. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They kick it away on 4th down. Here's a return from midfield. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. It's caught. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to escape and get it himself. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
To the air on 1st down. He makes the grab. To the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. On the move. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now 5 extra yards to cover after the false start. Still 2nd and goal. Brown wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rush is on him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Boise State taking on the Utah State Aggies.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception. But they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll run it to the right side. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. They'll send the back in motion. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They're going to test the right side with this one. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27.
Here we go, ready. On the level.
Russell on play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Coaches preach all week about physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Right on the money. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just dribbles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Keelan Russell shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Russell. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Throws into the middle of the field. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown time. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Running inside, it's Cobb. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Might be changing the route. Throwing Russell. Gets rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Sweet, sweet. Squid. Level.
To throw, it's Russell. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Here we go. Ready.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Fourth down in their own territory. Big gamble here, and they're not even going to huddle. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. At the 45, on his way. He's loose. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter.
Where did he go?
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Ready. 85.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making checks.
Go.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal.
Western. Ready, go.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
They'll keep the kicker on the sideline, and the offense will try to get it done with a touchdown in the fourth quarter on fourth and goal. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So here comes the Auburn offense. So here they are, a chance to put together a game-winning drive in a tie game in the final moments. Not much room to run, giving one to the 7.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires left. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down to your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the capper coming on, an electrifying pass play that covered 93 yards to the house. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Russell buying some time. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The Tide answers back. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. From inside the 15, here's the return. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. First down here for the offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the first down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw, it's open, just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Now on first down from the 30. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going to the running game. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
He wants to change this route. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down.
Go!
Might as well stick with him. Could be an alley.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And, Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go play action with Russell. Starts to scramble to the left. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Looking to convert. They'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Offense facing 4th down.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed